Hi everyone, me again coming from the Stanfield area of North Carolina, basically Stanley County, which is the county Stanfield is in. And I thought I would recreate my Three Bridges ride that I did a number of years ago, just now entering into Stanley County. This is on, I think it was Highway 200. And I'll see if I can stop here real quick if I don't have any traffic. As you can see, I'm kind of going into the sun, so bear with me. But this is the Rocky River. And this is my favorite bridge of the Three Bridges. It's the oldest one, I believe, but it's just something about it just appeals to me. But this will be the first one we'll hit, and we'll go to visit all three. Again, like I said, though, in reverse order. Haven't been able to get up to North Carolina very much recently. We decided we'd come up for a few days, my lovely wife and I, and I've been spending a lot of time trying to clean up and fix things and get everything all up to snuff. We had some rain day before yesterday. Rained pretty much in the morning, and I noticed a tiny little bit of water had come in the great room, had come in about the middle of the plywood. Some modified A-frame, so it's saying something when water can come in through the roof. But I built my house almost 33 years ago, and these are the original shingles that are on it, and I definitely got my money's worth out of them. I was told at the time I think they were 20-year shingles, and the man who put it on said that my roof was so steep that he thought I would get 30 out of it, and he was really close to right. I do have a couple areas that had to be concerned. I knew I was going to have a roof anyway, even without spotting this. Odd thing, squirrels actually ate a hole in the roof. I've had squirrels eat in through the eaves or, something like that, get up underneath the edge of the roof that way. But this squirrel dug down right through the middle of a shingle, about a foot down from the peak of the roof, in the middle of the roof. Never seen anything like that in my life. And I got a temporary patch on that. And I had a little area where we had a carport added that was added at a later date, and unfortunately there's a place on it where I kind of have to step on every time I want to get up on the roof to clean off the leaves or whatever happens, the limbs or whatever happens to get on the roof. And at some point or another it got a little weak, and I created a leak, and the plywood's gotten soft under there, so that's going to have to be replaced too. But that's like the man said that came out to look at my roof. He gave me a quote on it. He said, you've really gotten your money's worth out of this if this is 33 years old. And the roof still looks good. That's the thing about it. Most of the shingles still look really well. It's just this about time, though. You just can't go that much longer. Susan and I have been trying it's kind of up in the air. We kind of don't know what our plans are, as far as where we're going to live, if we're going to continue to stay in Atlanta so much, or whether we're going to come up here more, or whether we're going to camp more, travel more with our camper, or really what we're going to do. We keep tossing it around, and I'd love to find a little place somewhere, maybe up in the North Carolina mountains or North Georgia mountains, and just a little small place, and sell my house here, or sell hers, or sell both of them and just move up there full time. But it's funny, sometimes you don't think about stuff for a while, and I don't think about how old I am very often. I'm in good health pretty much. I'm not 30 anymore, and I know I'm not 30 anymore, but I still feel pretty good, especially during the day when I'm walking around doing stuff. But I'll be 69 this year. And I was talking with the guy about the roof, and I'm thinking, well, you think I need he said, well, shingles are lifetime warranty now. And I'm thinking, oh, great, I'll get maybe 10 years out of it, maybe 15. And he laughed, and I laughed. But, that's something to think about, get a 20 or 30 year shingle, if I get a 30-year shingle, I'll be 89 years old. Is that right? 86, I'll be 99 years old. When the warranty runs out on that shingle. But anyway, that's all part of it. You can see we got some birds around here, some buzzards and a hawk. Got a little hawk out there, I think, to the side, a little small hawk. it's that time of year. It was really so nice out here in North Carolina. Crops are in, they're growing really well. We're a good ways away from the harvest. We're just into July, but it's not that far from the 4th, and it's just passed. And but I always loved this area of the country. That's why I moved out here. I was a city kid. I was born and raised in Charlotte, in a neighborhood. Grew up my whole life there. My parents never moved until after I was long gone, and my father probably would have died there, stayed there. He stayed there 52 years, but until his health got a little off, and he decided to move into some assisted living. But you know, it's funny, and I ride this motorcycle, and I've ridden it so long, and I've ridden motorcycles for so long, and really, and I don't feel old when I'm riding this motorcycle, because I mean, face it, it's not hard to ride, and it's very comfortable, and a lot of torque, a lot of power. I mean, I don't have to be in the right gear. I mean, I don't have to do anything special, but I'm so comfortable on this, and it's timeless, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say. For me, riding this bike is timeless. It's a whole different experience than riding the Riker. The Riker is here and now. It's very much in the moment. This bike isn't. This bike is past, future, present, all wrapped into one. It's predictable. It's you know, this is it. It tells you right when you get on it, okay, this is me, and welcome back, and this is what you get. And I really appreciate that. Okay, we are actually on a road called Rennie Ford Road. It changes names right across the bridge here, but thought I'd come down here, and what I'll do, I'll go across the bridge, turn around and come back. I've got to go back the other way anyway, but this is the bridge over Rocky River at Rennie Ford Road. And so and now we're back into Union County again, which is south of Stanley, which is the one I'm in. So we're just kind of zipping back and forth across the county line. I've been fortunate enough, I've been here so long that I've been fortunate to meet a lot of people and know where a lot of people live, and made good friends out here. Even though I was a city kid, they all humored me and let me fit right in. And I've never farmed or anything like that. I just had a house out here, but I've really embraced the community, and really do enjoy living here. But let me see if I can slow down and let you get a better look off this bridge. There we go. Had a little bit of rain, so the water's not as clear as it could be, but it's a little deeper here than it is in some spots. I know some people who live up here on the hill to the left, and they have a little spot down here on the river, like a lot of people around here do, where they can go down and go swimming in the river, and they have just so happens they have a construction company, and they have taken equipment down there, I'm sure, and improved the bank, and maybe dug out a little deeper swimming hole. Rocky River is not a deep river, as you probably could tell from the first bridge we stopped at. It's not a deep river at all. That's why it's called the Rocky River. But it kind of snakes through the area. I was really lucky to find this area out here. Told the story before, but it was just pure serendipity. My wife at the time and I were out here looking in the area to find a place to move to. We wanted to move out into the country, and it was getting just too grown up where I was. And we rode around, and we happened to see a sign for some property about 5 miles from here. And we called the realtor, and the realtor met us there. And turned out the property was quite a bit more than we could afford, and I think it was about 25 acres, and we couldn't afford it. So we were riding back, and she told us that I just so happened I know a little area that's going to go on the market in a few days, and you might be interested in that. It seems like something you might like to look at. And we did, and then we ended up buying it, and that's where I built my house. Well, like I said, I've been down in Atlanta an awful lot for a lot of reasons, and we have a little more time now that things are loosening up and all around the country. We're traveling a little bit more, and I've really had a lot of stuff I've had to put off. When Susan's mother was so sick, and then afterwards having to deal with the estate and her house, selling her house and all that, we just didn't have the time to come down. And the times we were able to get away, it was something, either the country was locked down, or there wasn't any food, and there wasn't any toilet paper, or whatever. Just everything just kept fighting us. But hopefully things are easing up a little bit now. And we'll get a chance to come up here more often. But it's funny, I'm very familiar with the area, but it's so funny that every time I come up, there's a new house, maybe a new subdivision has started. It won't be long that this will be as built up as the area I moved away from in Mid-Hill. But these are some good roads. They're on the Butler map as good roads, and they're not the best, but they're certainly if you like riding through the countryside, you like a vista like this with cows and the sun and the grass, this is a great place to come. Cattle are real big out here right now. Seems like more and more people have them. My next door neighbor had goats. Had goats for several years, and has now switched over to a few cattle. And hopefully that works out well for him. In fact, I've got neighbors on both sides of me that have cattle. I'm not really interested in it, but would be nice to be able to grow your own beef. This is my church I belong to. Loves Grove United Methodist Church is a cemetery. I have a plot there, but I'll never be buried there. I bought, when I was first married and moved out here, my then wife and I bought a plot for ourselves and for our two children that we had. And now, I guess she can still use it if she wants to. My current wife and I, lovely Susan, have decided that we're going to be cremated, and a whole lot less money and bother, and who knows where we'll be. So make it a lot easier on everybody. And we've already taken care of all the arrangements. All somebody has to do is pick up the phone and call, and a nice company right outside of Atlanta will make all the arrangements and have us cremated and transported anywhere that we need to be. It's funny, my wife's mother was cremated. Her husband was cremated, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people are going to that. And you always ask, what do you want to, do you want to be scattered? I don't know if you guys have seen the movie The Big Lebowski. There's a great scene in that where they're scattering with their friends' ashes, and the wind's blowing and it blows ashes all over them and stuff like that. And whereas I would think that would be hilarious if it was me being scattered and it blew me all over everybody that was there, I think that'd be hilarious. But my mother-in-law always said she wanted to be scattered in the Gulf of Mexico. It was a big part of her life was down and living in Florida, and just so happens the Chattahoochee River, which runs through Atlanta near where we are, flows into the Gulf, and so we could make her wish come true. At some point, I'm sure that we'll do that. It's hard to get all the family together. We have family in Texas, and with all this restrictions on travel and stuff that's going on, or has gone on, it's just been impossible to get everybody together. So, well, she's sitting peacefully on the mantelpiece in a nice little wooden box, just happy as a clam, never complains. And we'll take care of her final wishes soon enough. But my wife and I discussed, where would I like to be scattered? I don't have any. I don't care. Put me anywhere you want. Just you ride down the road and on your bike and just spend me a little handful of time you want to. That might be the most appropriate thing. But who knows? I don't have a special place. I do like the North Carolina mountains, but I like them because I like to ride there. I wouldn't want to just be, you know, scattered out in the woods or something somewhere. But then again, I won't really care, will I? No, I won't. Anyway, we're just about to come up on this final bridge. I know this video's a little bit long, and I've rambled quite a bit. But I just wanted to recreate this. I was looking back through some old videos of mine, and I saw the original one that I did, and thought, yeah, it might be okay to run it backwards. Maybe someone would be interested. I've had no content lately, so maybe this will help a little bit. Maybe somebody will get a chance to see it. And nobody's behind me, so maybe I'll get a chance to stop on this one too. This is a little wider than some. I'll get a chance here. And this is also the Rocky River. You can see it's a little narrower here, maybe a little deeper, but still nonetheless, nice little river. Not so rocky right here, and you really can't see the other side. This road continues on into the town of Midland, and it is the old part of Midland. But we've been through there before, so I'll let it go. Anyway, thanks for coming along on the ride. I hope you enjoyed the Three Bridges ride Redux in reverse. And if you get a chance, get out and ride, make a video. I know I'd love to see it. Take care, everyone.